Alright, so today I'm going to tell a life story, I guess. I don't know. But, so, so a couple weeks ago, one of my friends, let's just call him Evan, my buddy Evan. So he had a dab pen, and his friend Josh was there too. And they went 50-50 on this dab pen, right? And they came over to my house, right? And they gave me a couple hits off this dab pen. I'm like, yo, bet, this shit's so good. So I went to my other friend, Ron, and I asked him, like, yo, could you give me maybe, can I buy some shit off you? He's like, no, man, but I'll give you a recommendation to this other guy I know named Ricky. And Ricky was like the coolest guy ever, right? And we're using this like separate app because he got kicked off Snapchat and shit. So this other app, I don't really know what it's called. It's like a weird texting app and shit. But we're using this weird app. I had to like text him through it and shit. He's like super sketchy, alright? Like the sketchiest guy ever. And like ever. But he's a pretty chill guy, but so I had to grab my money, right? And I had like this shitty sweater where I didn't have any place to hide like a bunch of pennies and fucking quarters in this little bag, like super rattly. So I had to put my phone over top of it in my front pocket of my sweater. My mom's like retarded. She's like, Luke, come on, give me a hug before I leave, right? And I'm like, bro, no. So I just fucking nailed the door and left. And my excuse I told her was I was gonna go meet up with my girlfriend, but she didn't know that we broke up yet. So I told her, yeah, I'm gonna go meet up with my girlfriend, right? So I ran out the door and ran away from her, so she couldn't get me. And then I walked over to this like bridge with this bunch of graffiti, and I ran up this like steep ass hill. It was like so steep, and there's like dirt and shit that always like falls off it whenever you're like fucking trying to climb it. So I had to climb up this hill, and like smoldering heat. It's like 40 fucking degrees. It's so hot, right? I'm wearing this black sweater and black pants and shit. It's not like dripping with sweat. I'm not even like in the sun. And then I get up to the top of the bridge, and there's like more cars and more shit like going around. And so I had to walk all the way up there with like this fucking bag of like change going it's like shaking in my pocket and shit. And then I finally get over to the Circle K. It's like way after like a whole like 400 or 500 like meters. And then I finally get there, and fucking he's not there. So I wait there for like a whole 30 minutes, and I realize I should probably change out all my coins into like bills and shit. So I went in there and I asked him I need specifically $65, and I gave him a fucking bag of change, and he looked at me kind of funny. He's like, man, what are you buying with this? I'm like, I'm not buying anything. I just need the change, man. So I came after I got the change. I walked back outside the store, and I just sat there on the curb, and I waited, and I kept looking at my phone trying to text this guy, and then finally this white car pulls up, and I don't remember what name. Oh yeah, Ricky. So then Ricky finally pulls up in his fucking car. And it's like, all right, man, I need you to get in my car. And I'm like, shit, I'm kind of scared. I don't know, this guy is pretty sketchy. I don't want to get in this fucking guy's car. But anyways, I got in his car, and he gave me the fucking pen. It was like green crack. It was like that was the strain of this weed pen, the dab pen. So that was the strain of it. And it was like super good. I'm like, all right, here's your money, man. I dapped him up, got the shit, and I got the fuck out of there. And yeah, so then like I was walking back home, right, and I'm like texting all my friends, telling them, yo, I just got this fucking pen, man. Come on, hit me up, man. Link me right now. Link up right now. Let's go. And like nobody's responding to me. Like, I was stupid. I didn't really realize I didn't have the internet. I was just too excited for this fucking pen. Right, so I finally get back home, right, and my mom's like, all right, where'd you go? Why are you back so early? I said, all right, well, my girlfriend, she got her period. She said she didn't want me to come over anymore. So that's my excuse. I told my mom to come, so I come back home earlier. So I ended up coming home a lot earlier, right? And yeah. So then like every single night, after I got this fucking pen, I had friends over every single fucking night. We were getting so high. We watched like 24 movies in like 3 days. Basically in like one sitting. We just sit there hitting that thing like a million fucking times, like a bunch of blinkers and shit. Like, just hit that shit so many fucking times. And then we finally finally they went home, right? And then the next day we went to this trailer park and I got super drunk and shit. And this guy there, I'm gonna give a fuck. I'm just gonna call him by his real name. So Greg gave me this like joint and told us to go walk the dog. So we did. We walked the dog, and me and fuck, I don't remember what name he gave, but I'm just gonna call him there. So me and Andre fucking walked over and fucking smoked this joint, but it was like the shittiest weed ever. It was totally mid. It was the shittiest shit I ever smoked. I hit that shit like 100 times. Well, not like 100 times, but I smoked like more than half the joint by myself. Didn't feel anything. Like, bro, come on, and this shit sucks, man. What the fuck, man? So that sucked. But yeah. So he did that, right? But then the next day, Greg ratted on us, kind of. Even after we were like completely cool with this guy. So then when I got caught with the fucking pen, since I was already in trouble and Greg was fucking already being a fucking cunt by snitching on us, right? I'm like, well, fuck it. And I know it's pretty petty, right? But I had to snitch on this guy. Like, what the fuck? I don't give a fuck. This guy's a fucking cunt. I'm snitching on him. So I fucking said, yeah, Greg gave us weed and shit, and he said he's gonna give us some shrooms and stuff, so I told my mom that, and, we're not seeing him anymore, obviously. That's pretty funny, right? So, yeah, I forgot, so I got caught with the weed pen, right, or the dab pen, because I was looking through my sock drawer and stuff, and she went in there and found my bong and my alcohol that I was hiding, right? So I'm like, oh shit, I should probably hide my pen here. So I went to shift it better, and she came behind me, like super quiet, stood there with her arms crossed, just like that. Then I turned around, and gave me a fucking heart attack. So it was like so scary, just unexpected. It comes up right behind me, like, what are you doing? I'm like, oh fuck, scared me. And then she went there, she went in there, and I told her, I fucking hate you, get out of my fucking room, I hate you so much, mom. And she grabbed it, and I was grounded, and I've been grounded for like almost a week now. So this is like this is my second last day of being grounded, which is awesome. So yeah, and I guess that's my story. I'm not really good at telling stories. I'll probably get better at it in the future, but this is my longest video so far. So I don't know how I'm supposed to do stories or anything, but this is my first story that I'm really gonna do. I'm probably gonna talk more about like life shit later, but it's a long ass video. Fuck. Alright, well, yeah. Hopefully this picks up better. I don't know, but I'll make another video tomorrow, probably, hopefully. Goodbye.